Good afternoon. Grind Magazine here with Coach Trey Mines. We're at Fairmont Heights, home of the Hornets, playing an exhibition game here. Coach, talk about your loss tonight. In fact, about your loss by a game-ending shot.
Yeah, game should have been over at the end of regulation, but guys out here they're competing, a little talk amongst friends. So a little bonehead play at the end for try to get 2 more points and end up letting them send the game into overtime. But guys are competing, guys are having fun. Not really concerned right now with wins and losses. Just trying to let the guys get out there and compete. A lot of new talent coming in, so it's good to see it from that perspective.
How many of your old, I'm not going to say old players, but your graduating players played today?
Of the graduating, none.
None of the winning DCIAA.
Only 2 of the guys are returning from that, I'd say, top 6 rotation that we had last year. Daquan Washington and Keon Boyd. So they were playing today.
And how do you, with those 2 coming back, how do you expect the season to look coming up, along with the game you saw today?
I think they're good, 2 definitely to start with, as building towards something new. The biggest thing that I've been trying to remind them is that 33-0 is already done. Don't put that pressure on yourself to do that again. And a lot of our success this year is going to be built on how those guys respond as leaders. And if they can take in the young guys and the guys that are returning that may not have played that much with them, like how much can you bring them in and continue that winning tradition and building those guys up with what we had last year. They're doing pretty good this summer, but I'm looking to see continued growth from those guys.
This is your which year coming in 2017? Which year are you coaching?
This is my 5th year.
Your 5th year. So coming in, I guess in your mindset, you had your grind set. I'm on my grind to do this with the team or do that with the team. It looks like you satisfied that grind like this year coming in with the win. What happens now? What's your grind now coming into the new season?
It's gotten sharper for me. Last year was kind of like a year that proved like what we were doing over the years. We had won championship before last year, but just how last season played out, how every twist and turn we were able to stay on top and capitalize on it and continue to win and just, and not drop a game, so to speak. But for me, it's sharpened. I'm not going to say I sit here and I expect to go 33-0 again, but the focus, it proves that what we do and what we're doing with this program works. And it proves that if the guys stay close-knit and if the guys believe in what we're doing, we can continue our tradition that we're building here. And that's all that we're looking for from these guys. It's about next level. It's about, when you came in as a freshman, sophomore, whatever, did you get better? How was your grind to become a better, player onto the next level? And these guys, I demand a lot of them from time and everything, but they're putting it in, man, and we're seeing results.
Talk about what kind of doors have opened up for the students in terms of academics from the win.
A lot of them are doing a lot better with the structure, the study halls, the tutors from American. Those are things that probably wouldn't have been afforded to them anywhere else on a public school scene, but that's something that we were trying to enhance from what we've been doing. We got some new things that we're working on for next year that I think will be good for them, especially on the SAT prep side. But the guys are going to be college ready. That's my thing. A lot of kids from the city don't get that private school, DeMatha, Gonzaga, Carroll, but that doesn't mean that you have to pay $14,000, $15,000 to go there. If somebody takes the time and builds that type of program in a public school setting, we can still have those things. And
speaking of that, former Mayor Vincent has just gotten reelected to Ward 7. Is that where your school is?
yes, Ward 7.
Has he made a presence there in terms of he's very big on helping public schools and doing whatever he can for public schools? Has he made it a presence as of yet, or do you expect that coming in the future?
He's definitely, even when he was mayor, he showed a lot of support for our program, definitely the football program as well. He's definitely been around in Ward 7. Councilwoman Yvette Alexander, she was definitely great for us as the Ward 7 councilwoman. Invited us down to the Woodson building. We went down there twice in the last 2 years, and Mayor Gray, I expect him to do the same. They've already reached out. We were trying to partner, and my guys have been working with his son Carlos to do the Victor Oladipo camp. We're looking to continue that this year, and I know Mayor Gray will do a great job, and I'm really looking forward to what he's going to do and how he's going to help Ward 7.
Lastly, I guess talk about the satisfaction or the gratitude in the work that you guys put in, the awards, the recognition from the media, all of that. Talk about how tremendous it felt for you and the kids in terms of a weight being lifted and the struggle that you guys had to go through in getting it.
Yeah. As soon as the season was over, for me, I was kind of looking for some things to calm down a little bit, and it didn't. The interviews and news stations and things like that, which was fine. I understood that it came from what the guys accomplished, and I felt like I had to get up and continue on because the guys, they worked hard for that. They should get every bit of recognition that they got, and they handled it well. They didn't turn Hollywood, as I would call it. They didn't stop going to class. They didn't stop pushing forward to graduation and everything. I think for them it was a sense of accomplishment. They put in a lot of hours into what we did this season, and I'm so happy for them. They're wearing that pride right now. I would say pride in the basketball program at HD Woodson is at the highest level that it's been probably in the history of the school. And just to see the support from the alum, and they helped us purchase state championship rings. Actually, they raised all the money for the state championship rings. And that was something that was cool because I promised the kids if we won the state championship, I wouldn't put the DCIAA ring and the state championship ring on the same one. There'd be two different ones. They got it done. The alumni got it done. So, and they're wearing them. The kids are wearing them at the same time. I'm like, dude, it's a whole lot of diamonds on right now. So, but no, it's good to see them, man. It's good to see them.
Short-term goals.
Absolutely. Short-term, and we never talked about, like I was mentioning in that interview in the state playoffs. We didn't talk about going undefeated. It's sometimes people take a long-term look or a too far down the road look at things, and you end up letting something slip right in front of you because you're looking too far ahead. This year's focus was like, let's savor the moment. We knew we would be good, that good, I don't know, but because we got better every single day, because we showed up to work every single day, because we showed up to win every single game, it just kind of happened, man. And
you said a key thing, the kids showing up for work every day. It's coming in our urban background, that's a very hard thing to do. It's very hard to kind of get in the habit of doing because it's not around you, so much like it should be. Talk about what you expect to see out of the kids that's moving forward in their work ethic, and whether they go pro or decide to do something else with their career, just as an individual in terms of getting into society.
Right. So one of the biggest things I tell these guys is about my story. I went to Virginia State University, played basketball there, had a really great career. Turned down the chance to go play overseas professionally. Took a job at the Pentagon. So I went and got my education. So my story is kind of what I'm trying to build off of them. Everybody's not going to go pro. It's just the nature of the beast. But almost every kid who wants to put in that work can have a chance to go play college basketball at whatever level. And the college basketball piece is about education first, getting the tools that you're going to need to be successful in life, but at the same time, either using basketball as a means to pay for that education, or having basketball as being able to say, I went through college, I got my education, and I did something that I loved while I was there. The kids really embrace that. When I'm looking forward for the guys going to college next year, and as the guys continue to come through, I wanted them to have some kind of structure that they may not have had in the inner city. Maybe they're not doing homework when they come home, but with me, you're going to do that before you even step on the court. It's kind of putting helping them get their priorities in line, being on time, holding those guys accountable to things, and all of those reasons. If we didn't have that type of discipline, no way we go 33-0.
Would you consider that them looking at you as more of a father figure and or your work in the military around military people?
Yeah, I mean, they have a little joke. You work at the Pentagon, you know too much here. It's one of those things where I don't want them to look at me as necessarily a father figure, and some of them do. But it's more of like a big brother relationship with me. I'm 28 years old. I'm not too far removed from the college game and what they're trying to go and do. And I chop it up with my kids a little bit more than probably what another coach would do, just because you have to learn how to relate to, the inner city guys. And, every kid is different. Every kid has different struggles, so to say, that they went through that shapes them how they are. And in order to get the most out of these kids, you have to understand what their story is. And once you understand what their story is, you can communicate with them, you can relate to them. If they can't relate to you, you're not going to get the most out of them. So, right now, summertime, I'm real relaxed. You walk in the gym in November, not the same guy. I revert every now and then to make sure they know, look, I'm on you, but I'm still that same guy. But they know what I expect, and they've responded to it, man. I'm just really proud for a lot of them, and I'm looking forward to this class that's going to school now, looking forward to those guys doing some good things.
That's good, Coach. I think you're doing a really awesome thing. Have you put any thought into coaching college ball or pro ball in the future?
I won't rule anything out. What I will say is